Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, it's been so long since I've live streamed, and I've been looking forward to this whole day, honestly. So today's gonna be really, really fun. We're gonna jump inside of Unity, and we're going to work on a new level. It's a new character for a new level. It's a teddy bear. It's a very terrifying teddy bear, and we're gonna put it in the context of a sort of a hotel floor that's themed for kids. If you've ever been to Disney World, like the All-Star Resort, that's kind of what we're going for here. So stick around and we're going to take a look at this new creepy character. And I'm going to show you guys how to flip assets and how to, there we go, how to take a 3D model and adjust it in Photoshop, actually. So be sure to stick around. By the way, guys, I wanted to let you know that if you're interested in joining Full-Time Game Dev, which is my online program on how to make games full-time, it's 50% off for just 5 students below. So be sure to take advantage of those coupon codes. They will probably sell out throughout the weekend, just these 5. So if you're interested, check that out using the link below. The cool thing about the program, guys, is it supports the development of our game, but more importantly, it does support you guys. So Lord Grimm here, he went full-time. This was one of my students. He went full-time because of the program. Also, my buddy, or he's my buddy now, but he was my student, Chris, he actually raised over $100,000 on Kickstarter using my methods on how to go full-time. So that's the cool thing about my course. A lot of courses aren't taught by people who are actually doing it. Guys, I'm on my 3rd commercial release. And so my program really does work if you have the diligence, if you have the patience, and you're willing to learn. This is the 2023 update, so be sure to check it out below. I will see you inside of Unity. Let's go. By the way, guys, feel free to download my free 2D game kit below. It's totally free. It's my treat to you. I used this exact 2D game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and then I got to play it in front of his subscribers, which was really awesome. So download that. Use it however you want. It's my treat to you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so first off, really quick, just because I'm getting a little bit paranoid or like annoyed by these colors here, I'm going to fix this map, which is for a pillar in this children's themed hotel. So really quickly, just because I got to see it in a different light, I'm going to make sure these greens or these teals, I'm just going to remove, they're cyan, sorry, cyan. I'm going to remove the color so it's just this dark gray. I'm going to save that. This is a PSD and it's going to update them here just so I can see things better in this creepy, creepy children's themed hotel. Guys, Felipe is my 3D artist. His name is Felipe. He's a brilliant 3D artist and he has put together this Pro Builder mesh. The way he and I work together is I art direct and he does the 3D modeling. I'll do the textures as well. I'll send him the textures and he'll slowly put together this world all inside of Unity. And really it's just a Pro Builder mesh, right? With a few models thrown in. So he's done a brilliant job here. If I press H here, I'm sorry, Shift H here, I can isolate it, take a look. This is what the mesh looks like, right? Super simple, but very, very strategic in how we're doing things. That doesn't look good, so let's just pretend we didn't even do that and go back. There we go. So if I hit play here, let me walk around and show you this creepy themed world. It's called the Tickle Me Dorms, okay? Here we go. Let's take a look. Pretty spooky. So this is generally, we've just done this today and yesterday. This is what we've got, okay? So now we need to incorporate some enemies in this environment, right? This is the level where we incorporate, we introduce an enemy. It's oftentimes very important to introduce a certain kind of enemy, especially if it's kind of out of left field, which in this case, a teddy bear in this game is out of left field. And we've received feedback from some very important people that we value their opinion, and they said, you know, some of your enemies just they feel random. So in particular, this enemy, the teddy bear, we need to make it make sense. So Jay Wesley, thank you so much. That's awesome. Antonio. So by the way, Felipe, if you're watching, Felipe sometimes hangs out in the chat. Chris, how you doing, buddy? Chris, guys, Chris Palazos, he does the music for this game. Not the music you saw in this scene, because that's from an old 1920s cartoon. We find it super duper important to put 1920s music in this game constantly coming from gramophones, because it's a reminder of what era we're in. Me and my team, we need to be reminded constantly what era we're in, because it's so easy to step outside the boundaries of 1920. So that's why we've got that music playing. Okay, let's throw in the Teddy model. Okay, this is our Teddy. Okay, pretty cool. And then you can just throw a texture on there, and this is the texture we've got. Okay, so how did we create this? Well, this started as a concept. Okay, and the concept, if I can find it, the concept started as, yes, here it is. So here's the concept. Okay, his name is Teddy Pisswad. This is the concept. And I sent this concept over to Felipe, and he took a variety of different models, for example, a baby's face, a teddy bear costume, and mixed them up inside of Blender, made a lot of tweaks to the meshes, and that's just asset flipping. And then he painted it in Substance Painter, and this is what we ended up with, right? He did a very good job replicating what's in the 2D space, which is what I created, and then he went in and did his magic and made it 3D, okay? So honestly, I'm really happy with how they turned out. Now the question is, can we get them to actually move? That's the real question. So let's go ahead and see if he moves. Well, he doesn't, does he? Okay, so we need to go ahead and figure this out. Let's cross our fingers, and hopefully this is going to be pretty simple here. So we've already got a whole enemy system, so we're going to try and incorporate it into that enemy system. So originally, this is what the design looked like. Okay, looks a little bit too much like a Teletubby. And so we don't want to do that. We don't want to go too crazy. So I'm going to open up this this mesh here. And by the way, for those of you who are interested in joining the program, we are sponsored by my own course. So I'm sponsoring myself, Full-Time Game Dev. It's 50% off right now. You're going to learn everything I know about being a full-time game developer. But Thomas, you're a YouTuber. You don't make games. I've heard this before. I've got 2 commercial games right now that continue to bring in income, and we're working on our 3rd commercial release. We have a big announcement about this. Point being, I'm in the trenches doing this. I teach you how to do it too. If your dream is becoming a full-time game developer, it could be worth your investment. And by the way, if you're one of my students, let me know in the chat what you think about the program. Okay, so anyway, and it does support the game's development, so feel free to check it out. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to delete this mesh from this prefab and incorporate the new one. So please God, make this work. Okay, so here we go. Teddy, drag him in. I guarantee you this isn't going to work. He looks like so far he's the same size. That's always a good thing. Let's go ahead, please God. Can everybody say a prayer for me? All right, we're going to use one of the scripts that you guys wrote. One of you in the chat, maybe you're in the chat or you're a subscriber, wrote this script, Skinned Mesh Merger. We're going to use this. We're going to drag in this one. Whew, I'm nervous because if this doesn't work, it's a painful process. And then we're going to drag in the armature that we're going to adapt. Wait. The object with the meshes. Ah, yes. Okay, so here we go. It worked. It worked. Let's delete Tinky Winky. Did it? It did. Thank God. Okay, let's move it into the graphics here. Where are you? Did you get put in there? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's our buddy. Let's bring him into the graphics folder. Now, guys, let's rename him Teddy. He should work just fine. Let's throw in the model, though, okay? Hey, Strider. Strider says this is first time, his or her, first time being in the chat. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's drag in the teal. I kind of want to do brown. There we go. Now we have some problems with, I don't know what's going on there. I think we have multiple. Wait, what? I don't get it. What's coming out of his face? Oh, it's his mask. We need to delete the mask. Alrighty. Okay, so we've got a beautiful rig here. Let's see if it actually animates. You guys want to take a look? There he is. Good. That's when you hit him. Boom. That's great. Okay, what about his attack? Awesome. So we could use a little bit of weight painting right there. Kind of looks like he got smashed in the back of his head. But we can do that after the fact. I believe that's okay. There's his jump. Awesome. Sidestep. Good. Okay. So guys, the main one that I need to be worried about is the pistol. But it looks like he's holding his gun pretty good here. Yeah. He looks great. And the back of his head is good here. So I'm not too worried about the attack animation because it looked really weird. But I think we're good here. So seriously, all we got to do is we have this graphics function here. I'm going to turn this off for now. And that's just going to, that sorts through all the graphics. We don't want to do that right now. Let's go ahead and hit play and take a look and see if it works. Okay. There he is. He's not running. Hey, bud. Oh, okay. All right, so the reason he's not running is because what? Who can guess why he's not running? Does anybody know? Why is our buddy not running? Anybody? Why is, who can guess? Why is he not running? 10, 9, 8, yay. Yes, we need a nav mesh. Good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw in a nav mesh. I'm just going to combine this for now. I'm not going to push any of this to GitHub though, but because I'm going to let Felipe finish up the level before I do it. But for the purposes of this stream, just to test it out, nav mesh surface. We're going to do physics colliders, meaning it finds the collision objects. So the colliders on the floor, that's what it's going to look for to bake a nav mesh. We're going to use the object hierarchy. We're going to override the voxel size to be pretty small here, something like 0.1. And then we're going to go ahead and hit bake. Bing! Look at that. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and push him back so we have a little bit of time to see him run around before he starts beating us up. Scoot you back, buddy boy. And I'm going to give myself a pistol. Demonic Mickey Mouse has a mind of its own. That's right. Walker R2, or I'm sorry, what am I saying? Oh, let's give myself a knife or an axe and also a pistol, okay guys? So we'll do a pistol. This is just for testing. There we go. Let's go ahead and hit play here and take a look. Where are you going? All right. So we got some nav mesh or some weight painting issues. So I'm going to send this on over to Felipe, who's the 3D artist. Just let him know we have some issues with the nav mesh, which I'm sure he's going to be thrilled about. Or not nav mesh, the weight painting on the mesh. So that's great. We're going to fix that up. That's kind of funny, actually. So we'll send that to Felipe and see if he can clean that up. But overall, works great, guys. Now what I need to do is there's something about this that isn't scary, okay? I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to make things scary, okay? I mean, it's pretty scary, but it could be more scary. And by the way, those of you just joining us, remember you can join Full-Time Game Dev below. It supports the development of this game. It supports my studio. I have a team of 3 people now, and then also some part-time contract workers like Chris and Hector. So we have a big team working on this game. So if you guys want to support, be sure to check out the sponsor below, which is me, Full-Time Game Dev, 50% off. There's going to be a few coupon codes left by the end of this live stream. There usually is. But they usually sell out pretty quick over the weekend. So let me show you what we're going to do here. This texture here is a PNG, okay? Do we want to use PNGs? No, we do not. We want to use a PSD. We've already got one PSD here, but all these other, oh, it looks like we do. Okay, we've got a brown red. Oh, thank you, Felipe. Good, so he made PSDs for us. Yay! All right, and what about the materials? Do they use the PSD? They do. Whew, great, that's awesome. So all I gotta do is select this, double click it, and it opens up in Photoshop, and we've got a Photoshop document where we can create all these kind of layers on this unwrapped. Guys, seriously, when you think about 3D unwrapping, it's literally like skinning a deer, laying out the skin and coloring on it with markers and paint. And then when you click save, it wraps it back up over the deer. So if you were to unwrap a deer, you could just color it just like this and then put it back on the deer. That's really what unwrapping looks like, okay? And honestly, it looks pretty disturbing. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do things that are, well, they're not necessarily global to all the textures. Well, yeah, they are. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna create a duplicate and just save this background image here, just in case we need it. And then right here, I'm gonna use color burn, okay? Color burn is one of the quickest ways to make something horrifying, okay? So if I do that, it's gonna color burn it, see? But what we want is we wanna look, if you put a subtle red hue in this mask, so I'm gonna select it. If I do this, select modify feather, by 15, that's fine. And then I do a hue adjustment. Let's say colorize it, drop it down, go a little bit more to the yellow, bring it up. If I do this and then a color burn, you get more red tones, which makes it look like blood. Even further, another way to do this, a little bit more effective, is to take some red, okay, and just do a red color. This is gonna be really cool. We're gonna take the red and do this. Then we're going to do color, merge those down like that, and now the color burn will look even more terrifying, okay? So let's go to color burn here, and we're going to do a subtle burn. Look at that. Isn't that great? So if I save, and also down his mouth too, so that it looks like he's bleeding from his eyes and his nose and his mouth. Okay. And I didn't come up with this. This is a method. If you type in creepy baby doll, this is all you see. But it's effective. So let's save it out and take a look. Oh, already better. That's great. And how many of you are watching this late at night? Anybody? It's a little creepy, huh? So there's our buddy boy. Hey, Teddy. All right, so I'm seeing some weird artifacts going on in his shading there. I wonder what's going on there. Is that his, is that textural? Surely not. What is that? It is, it's the mesh. Do we need to use shade smooth? We might need to use shade smooth. I'll send that to Felipe and see what we can do here. So we shall send that over as well. Okay, next thing, guys. Next thing we want to do is we want the mask to be shiny, but we don't want the fur to be shiny. So how do we do that? Does anybody know? How do we make the mask? That scared me. The mask, how do we make the mask shiny but the fur not? Does anybody know? I will let you think about it while I make this light nice and bright so that we can see more clearly what's going on with his face. Where is the light? I don't get it. Oh, it's Thomas, you dummy. So we'll do a position, sort of a 3-point light here. Okay, metallic and smoothness. Yeah, we could do metallic. Like porcelain would have a little bit of metallic in it. Sure. Roughness map. Yes. Yeah, and correct. You change the material properties. So we're going to do that. Okay, guys? We want it to be shiny. That's going to make it look like a mask. The problem here is that I want it to look like he's wearing a porcelain mask. I don't want him to look like he's actually got that face. I want it to look like a person inside of a teddy bear costume. So here's how we do it. The metallic map, that's fine, I guess. What we're going to do is go to the albedo alpha. That means that the shininess is determined by the albedo's alpha. What does that mean? Well, let's go super shiny here. The mask looks great, but his body doesn't, right? What's up with that? Well, we need to open up our PSD, and I'm going to just select this. I'm going to do a modifier of a feather of 15, create a new layer, and I'm going to go to white. So this is white, the rest black, okay? I'm going to merge all that together, copy it, delete it. If I go to my channels and then go to the alpha channel and paste it, watch this. There it goes. See? Now, let's see what happens when we turn the metallic map off. It's good, okay? I think we need a little bit more gray. So what I'm gonna do is just go to levels. There we go. Go a little bit more gray because I think we need a little bit of shine on that fur, just a subtle shine. I could be wrong here. No, I think we're okay, actually. I think we want that heart to be shiny too, don't we? Is it the light source that makes it look like crap? Something's wrong here. I think it was. Okay, let's bring him back over here. There we go. Okay, so let's make him shiny again. Bring! Nice shiny mask. Okay. Also, we want the heart to be shiny. So again, let's go back into Photoshop, guys. Hey, 2-Star, how you doing? Guys, can we all say hello to Gavin from Choo Choo Charles? Gavin, we're really proud of you, man. Gavin made a very successful game, guys. We should be all very proud of Gavin. All right. These teeth, ironically, we can say these are inspired by Choo Choo Charles, right? Why not? Modify, feather, 15. There we go. Yeah, I think that this character in itself looks very much like Choo Choo Charles, actually. That creepy black eyes with fangs, kind of like the Babadook. It's a great, scary look. Okay, so now his teeth are shiny, right? They should be. Oh, wow. I wonder why. Let's take a look here. Bring that up. Maybe I just didn't save it. Right? We also need a normal map of those teeth, so I'm going to do that too. Ding, 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 ding. And obviously, guys, you can do this in Substance Painter, but I like to do it here. We had some issues with the fur, so that's why we're doing it in Photoshop. All right. Let's make those teeth. For some reason, they are not shiny. I guess they are. You just can't tell because there's no normal map on the teeth. All right, let's get the teeth normal mapped. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, though, before we do that, is I want to go to his fingers. One of the things that I'm having an issue with here is trying to figure out where his fingers are. And so the way to solve this is you go into the actual blend file. So we would go to the mesh, right? Go to our mesh, there it is, and actually select its parent, which is the blend file. Hopefully this is not an FBX. Good, all right. So it just opens up right in Blender. Then we go to UV editing, make sure everything's selected, and then let's just go ahead and export the UV, right? I'll just save it to my downloads folder. Not a telly, a teddy bear, UV. And that's in my downloads folder, so now I just gotta go to my Photoshop document, place the embedded file, and go to downloads. Why doesn't Thomas learn Substance Painter? Because I like Photoshop. I'll show you why I like Photoshop. I like the precision of it. It feels a little handcrafted, and not sometimes it's not a good thing. But where are the hands? Yeah, I'm not sure where the hands are, but I think they're probably right here. So let's make the hands shiny. See what we get. So all I got to do, guys, is make this whole portion here white. This one as well. Why not? This one. Anywhere where it's black, I really want it to be shiny, because it needs to look like his hands are dipped in blood. Select, modify, feather, 15, and then we'll just go to white. Copy that, delete, go to our channels, bing, save it. Let's take a look. All right. Are they shiny now? They are. Good. And we go to our, make sure we turn that unwrapping off. And let's take a look now. So let's turn him around and see what kind of, yeah, his face isn't as shiny as I'd like. And I'd also like to make sure I don't throw my hat off. I don't know. Face is not shiny enough. Looks like Sid. Let's see what happens when I turn this off. Okay, so we are getting some shine, so that's good. I think the metallic map might be causing problems. Let's turn that off and see what we get. Yep, I knew it. Okay. We don't need a metallic map, my friends. And albedo alpha. There we go. I was wondering what was going on. Good. So his ears look bloody, which is great. Yeah, so his hands look like they're dipped in blood now, which is what we want. Okay. The normal map's pretty intense right here. Looks incorrect, honestly. Wonder what's going on there. But the hands in particular are a little, they're just cut perfectly, which is not what we want. So let's see here. We could find out exactly where it is by doing this. This is a terrible approach, but we're going to do it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Obviously, guys, obviously. Learn Substance Painter. H, I, J, K. Isn't this funny? All right, let's save that out and take a look. All right, so we are at J. So J is right here, meaning there's a cutoff right here. So we need, yep, okay. So what we need to do is we need to select that. It's a terrible approach, I know. But just do this. And maybe blur it. But this kind of stuff we're going to use across the board with all of the various textures. Copy that, delete, and let's see if this solves our problem, guys. It doesn't. Oh no. Ding, ding, ding. Let's take a look here. Wow, that's not the one. What? Oh, it's right there. Ha. Okay, Thomas, you silly man. We do this. So let's go back to our channels, go back in time, and then right here, right there is a going to be a shine. And then once we get this solved, it's not going to be that big a deal to just replicate it across all of the textures. I should do that for now. Let's see if that fixes it. There we go. Good. Okay. Back there, not so much, but nice and bloody hands. We'll do this one over here, which is eye. Let's see where eye is. Right there. Okay. Yeah, that's a general idea, guys. Okay, we need to do the back as well. So the back is sort of, let's see, let's try to figure this out here. Well, there's his chest. I see. Yeah. Oh no. Good. Just some reason I can't go around that J to this. But let's take a look and see. I think it might be this is his back, and so we need to do this. I'm just seeing really quick where the areas are so that we know. So let's try it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I mean, it works fine for me. It's not the greatest thing ever, but now it looks like his hands are dipped in blood. That's what I wanted. Okay, so let's turn off that. Good, okay. So this normal map is really weird. It looks inverted. That's not right. Maybe it should be, I don't know. But that's a very intense normal map, so let's go to 0.5. There we go. And then let's turn off the letters. Save it out. And now we've got a super shiny arm here, like they're dipped in blood. And I think we're good to go to move forward with creating the teeth. There needs to be a cut here as well, so let's do that. All right. What do you think, guys? Do you think the heart should be shiny too? I think it should. Let's do it. So again, guys, we're adding white where we want shine. And again, the reason why we're doing this in Photoshop is because it's because probably expand that a little bit. Select, modify, expand by 2 or 3 maybe. There we go. It's because Substance wouldn't, for some reason we had a smart texture or smart material, the fur, and it wouldn't let us do this. So got to do it here. I wonder why. No, we're good there. Haha. That's great. All right, let's hit play and just see how it looks. Okay, so everywhere that's not his face really should be kind of shiny, but it's way too much. It's way too much. I like the face being super shiny though. So we're gonna modify this. Selection, then do an inverse, and then go to our channels and just drop it down. It's way too intense. So add a little bit of gray in there, you know. So we'll do something like this. Let's try that and see what we get. Good. Hit play again. Look at that. That's funny. I'm trying to see if he's actually got shine here on the entire body, because I would be confused if he did. He does. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Crank up that contrast so that certain areas are just basically black. This isn't turning out. Oh, Thomas, you dummy. There we go. Yeah, we got some weight painting issues that we gotta solve, but that's okay. So far, so good. Let's try again. Okay. So far, so good. I think that we need to replicate this across the board with all of the textures. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like it's not worth it. I'm gonna just keep this, and then the rest of it's just gonna be black. I just don't think it's worth it to try and get the shine perfectly for the fingers. I think it's okay. Let's take a look. I think we're okay. But I do need his face to be shiny. It is. Good. Okay, but we can do the cuts. Okay? So let's do that. So I'm going to do this. Let me show you guys a trick. Okay? If I select this, and let's say this here, sometimes my tricks don't work, sometimes they do. But hey, that's okay. So this right here, what we can do is we can do a white, just like this. This will be pretty cool to see. Let's actually go a little bit more subtle on this side. You can make it look cut. This we don't need. We'll cut that out in a sec here. But this right here, okay? Then you invert it and go with black on the other side. We're going to take all this and replicate it. Actually, we can't do it because there's like 3 different textures for Teletubbies. Or they're not Teletubbies anymore. Bears. And so we can. I was thinking we could copy these cuts, but never mind, because they're different stitches on every single texture. We forgot this one here. But isn't that cool, guys? Look. So now we have like these cuts. Cool. I'm going to save that, and let's see if it actually works. Good. I think the normal map's pretty weird there. That looks a lot better, though. Cool. Cool. You know, the blood is hard to see, isn't it? It's hard to see. It's not dark enough. There's a lot of things to think about here. But overall, I think we're good there. Okay. Let's take a look again. Hit play. Let's see if we could throw some blood on there. It's a little too bright. So I select that and use turn off contiguous, and then maybe make it a little bit lower tolerance. How about like 5? There we go. What I can do is I can select that. I can do a brightness contrast and crank it. See? Isn't that better? And we could even maybe blur it. Let's try it out. No, I would say some of these areas that didn't select properly, you can just fade out like this, see? And then now we have a lot more contrast, so he looks a little bit bloodier. There we go. Look at that. It's way better. Okay. Next, guys, we're going to do some teeth. This is going to be the fun part, because we also need to create a normal map for the teeth as well. Also, the interior of that mask, I believe there's 2 materials. So this is going to be black here. Uh-oh, don't freeze, don't freeze. Gracious. Black fader. Let's find that material. Fade. Yeah, no. Usually, yeah, those eyes need a separate material. Let's see if they are in Blender. They are. I don't think anything's assigned though. Oh, they're a separate object? No. They just need to be assigned a different material. So let's go ahead and do that. So this and this, create a new material, black fader, assign, save, and let's take a look here. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I need that to be a black fader. So we'll talk about that. Me and Felipe will figure it out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Photoshop and we're going to make these teeth crisper. And this is one of the things I love about Photoshop. We can go into the teeth and really make them sharp. But we don't have to make them a mesh, right? And we're just going to have them go all the way up. Now here's the thing. Creepy teeth, one of the best ways to make creepy teeth is make it look like they're coming out of the gums. So you actually can see them hanging out sort of above and giving you some padding here. So instead of like a full-on tooth coming out, you give it a gum shape here, right? And I'm just using a mouse here. Whee! Okay, we're almost done here, guys. And I'll use this across the board with all of the textures for the teddy bears. So we are close. Okay, so here's what you do. You grab that yellow. We're just creating some sharp portions right here. Actually, you know what we could do is just color them in. Let's grab some red. So when you're when you want red to look creepy, what you do is you go from red to dark red, and then you go to black. And it makes it look almost burnt or infected. It's really weird. It's a really gross coloring. Okay, let's save that out and take a look. Ah, yes, much more precise now. We'll create a normal map as well. I think the ones on the right there are a little too close. So we'll do this and this. Right? Save. There we go. Good. All right, we'll create a normal map as well out of these. Let's take a look here. All right, he looks great. Let's give him a bit of a normal map here. We could probably just get rid of the background here now. Let's give him a little bit of a bevel. Inner shadow. Actually, we could just probably do a, no, that works. Inner shadow, white. Overlay. That might work, maybe not. I don't know, pretty cool, right? Convert, save, take a look. Okay, there's some that are missing over here. Interesting. So we probably need to do something like this. I'm just gonna rasterize it. Don't care. Save. There we go. Maybe one here as well. Save. Good. Okay, we need one more over here. We'll just scoot them up just a little bit over here. There we go. Save. There we go. Look at that. Much better. Probably scale them up just a little bit in size. Yep. Okay, now, how do we do a normal map, guys? Well, what we're going to do is take this. We're going to open up the normal map. Bing! Take this. Pop it up there. We're going to set it to white. Let's do something like that. And then we're going to go below it. We're going to go black. And it should, I mean, the theory here is that it should create a usable normal map, but we'll see. Filter, 3D, normal map. What do we think, guys? Is this going to work? I have my doubts. Come on, Photoshop. Don't be dumb. Invert. Click OK. And let's just see if this is the right one. Because sometimes you have to invert it. It's weird. Unity interprets it weird. Let's take a look here. We'll put in the new normal map. Bing. Fix. Okay. I don't know if it worked. Let's take a look. Should be pretty obvious, and it doesn't look obvious. Every trick I've tried today is not working. That's weird. Is it working? Let's go to 0. Oh no, it's working. It's working. Like if you do like 3, yeah. But now everything else is super creepy. So the way we're gonna fix this is we're gonna go like this. That's such a man. That's a high contrast normal map. Wow. Okay, let's make this black here. That's a crazy normal map. We need to make that more subtle. The fur looks ridiculous. That's just because the fur shader that we got isn't really working. And that's okay. It looks fine, I guess. Generate normal map. One more time here, guys. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to save that, and I just want to see how it looks. Is that correct? Yeah, I think it's correct. I think. Wait, what? I don't know. I don't know. I think we need to invert it. With Polly's website, try using With Polly's website to make normal maps. I could do that. Let's see if this works though, okay? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Unless the angle really matters. No, that's good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. The other normal maps are redonkulous. So we're going to, first off, we need to fade it out. Right? There we go. Save that. This is insane. Look at that. Whoa, take it easy, bro. So what we're going to do is just grab the neutral blue, is what I call it. I don't know if that's what it actually is. We're going to do this. Yay, it looks so much better. And then I'm going to contrast the crap out of these teeth. So the way you do that is you select it and you just go nuts. Actually, we'll just do the whole layer. We've got to rasterize it though. Let's see if we can get some crazy contrast here. Save it. Is that better? Probably not. If it wasn't shiny, it would look good. Let's see how it looks with just like a flashlight sort of shining on there.
Oh,
Good. I think he's fine. I think that the teeth aren't working for me, and I think it's because I can't figure out why it bothers me. It could be that we need this to not be shiny. We could try that. You know, we could do this. We could go white, and we just say, or black. I'm sorry. You just say, no, 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 I don't want you to be shiny here. You know? And then we copy that. Then we put it into the... Oh, good. It's not. Interesting. What about the teeth? Do we want the teeth to be shiny, guys? I think so. I didn't realize that. Let's just see how it looks, okay? I know that's messy, but let's take a look. Yeah. Close. We're getting there. It's something, right? So let's see here. Let me grab the teeth here. I'm going to just merge, or not, no, don't merge it. Grab the teeth here, those. And we're going to do a color overlay of white. And then just rasterize those. Copy, and then pop them in to the channels. I think we also need to add some brightness to these teeth. Let's be real. So we're going to make these teeth a little bit brighter. We're also going to blur them a little bit. Just the texture themselves. There we go. Good. Okay. Go to channels here, paste, and see what we got here. Yeah, easier to see now. There's some depth. It's definitely not perfect. I don't know what's going on here. It's just a shadow. So we're okay. We're okay. Let's hit play. Very, very cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And just remember, if you want to join Full-Time Game Dev, be sure to check it out below. There's probably a couple coupon codes left. They will sell out most likely by the end of this weekend. It is my online course 2023 update. You're going to learn everything I've learned in the last decade of going full-time indie. You're going to get 50% off. And by the way, if you are a student, let me know in the chat what you think about the program. Students who have taken the course have gone full-time, meaning they got funding and they're actually working on their own dream game right now, which is pretty awesome. But you're going to learn how to secure funding, how to do 2D and 3D art, You're going to learn how to code, how to work with publishers, how to hit the Steam front page, which I've done several times, how to do a Kickstarter campaign. There's workbooks, also updates for 2023. Game Design 101, taught by Felipe, who is our game designer. 3 bonus 2D art tutorials on how to do 2D art really, really quickly with just simple shapes. And also a huge vault with all of the meetings I've had with my students called the Mastermind Meeting Vault. You can be a fly on the wall and learn from my students as I answer their questions. So there's just a ton here, guys. Huge course. A really, really big course. It supports the channel. It supports the studio and this game. So be sure to check it out, guys. I will talk to you later. Hey, let's live stream Monday. You guys want to do that? We will live stream Monday. I'll see you there. Take it easy. Cheers. Get over here. Get down. Hey, thanks for watching. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below. It's my treat to you. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and I actually got to play it with him in front of his audience, which was really cool. This game kit is totally free. It's my treat to you, and you can use it however you want. You can make a commercial game and make $1 million off this game kit. I don't care. Or you could just use it for a hobby project. It's my treat to you. And by the way, if you haven't clicked like, that would mean a ton to me. Hit subscribe. And also, this is important, hit that notification bell. Here's why. If you get notified of when I'm live, you can watch me make my next game and let me know in the chat what you think about the game or any ideas you have. And you might just show up. Your chat might just show up in the next video that I upload. All right.